What is up? Welcome into Drive the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. We have survived the lightning strike for this morning, and the TV made it too. Shout out to anybody who made it from the morning show. We had a wild one, but it's going to be a great day. We got college basketball already going. It's fantastic, man. There's nothing better than day sports, you know? Scotty, first one of the party. Yes, sir, you are. Good to see you, man. It said hit the like button. I appreciate you on that, my boy. Optical say Cavs money line, Texas money line. All right, Cavs money line, Texas money line parlay. I like that. All right, we're gonna take a look at that. Dad Bod said, "Let's go, let's go." Indeed, tailing that. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Zach said, "Good afternoon, Zach. Good afternoon, buddy. So good to see you, man." Trick shot Tim won yesterday with High Point plus 2.5 runs. Yep, they won 12-6. Nice job there. On Thursday, I like UMass plus 8 versus Miami of Ohio. Miami is 31-0 and won the last 3 games by 2 points. UMass has a player named Bettiol. Bet it all. All right, if that's not lining up exactly, I'm right there with you. And dude, first off, nice call on the High Point. You drilled that. Number 2. The Miami of Ohio basketball wise, yeah, no doubt, man. Like they're a money line team for sure. Tizzle, the price skyrocketed, but all over Italy, over 2.5 team total. They get to 4 runs. The USA is saved. There you go. There you go. Dad Bod said Cincy, Liberty, Minnesota money line plus 227. Okay, nice, dude. I like that. Zach hitting the like button guarantees the next bet you place wins. Zach, you're the man. I love the way you think. All right, now. I could have used that yesterday because let me show you this. Ugh. Gross. Yeah. U.S. team total over 8.5. Duke. Speaking of High Point. Great job by Tim. Yeah. TCU, that game it didn't matter. Duke lost. All right. Stephon Castle did it with 6. All right. So that was just a whole day of gross. You know what? We're going to follow it. We're going to follow it. We're going to beat it. All right. We're going to follow that up with a good day. All right, Jeff, afternoon, gang. Afternoon, buddy. So good to see you. Okay. So what do we have? Weird day. Let's go. Stanford baseball. We're doing it against Nevada. Who's in? Ooh, Stanford money line baseball pair with the Nuggets NBA plus 130. I like the way you guys were thinking of those 2-leg parlays. I wasn't kidding. Okay, now college basketball. We'll talk about all these games. TCU money line and BYU money line. All right, a holy alliance here. All right. We're going to pair TCU, BYU, put those two together, plus 105. Stanford baseball money line, Nuggets money line, the NBA, plus 130. Now, let's talk about what we have, and we'll jump into it. Let me get the banner up. Let's go. All right. So, first up, college baseball. Let's take a look here first. Abilene Christian, UIW. Total came out at 14.5. Nothing that we have in this game. College of Charleston and Wofford, same deal. Total at 13.5. You're seeing some high totals here. You're going to see from the Midwest, Southeast, Carolinas area. It's pretty warm. It's 79 in Nashville. Storms are going to be all over the place. So you're going to see some high totals today, and you're going to see it for a reason. There's going to be runs put up. Aubie, good afternoon, crew. Afternoon, big dog. Good to see you. Yeah, so keep an eye. Any of these games, Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi regions, Miami, UCF. All right. We're on Miami in the morning show. Look, they gave you a 12 flat. What do you think about this? UCF is good. UCF's going to, I mean, we all think UCF's putting up runs, right? I mean, Miami's going to have to hit to win this game. Whale, good afternoon, crew. The small things are great. Love. Whale, I love you, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing great. I love that you say that. Ooh, that. Excuse me. If you're somebody, I don't want to say it because these two teams can't throw. That total's tough. That 12 flat. It's got to go up. They kick that at 12.5, or do they kick it to 13? All right, Seton Hall, New Jersey Institute of Technology. Seton Hall gonna get it done. Tizzle, big weather edges. UTSA, Texas Tech is 30-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to right. Yeah. And look, yeah, I was just about to say that total. Yeah, sorry. Well, that total is 17 now. It is. Yeah. To add Texas into that, so that southwestish area. What is Texas? Texas is like its own thing, man. It's not the South, and I don't really consider it the Southwest, right? Like Texas is just its own region. Yeah, I don't know where my brain was going with that, but you're right. Yeah, that totals up to 17. All right, Xavier and Oregon. Total 12.5, standard fare, minus 115 on both sides. Oregon minus 660. I like Oregon in the game. It's obviously heavy price, but you can work that into a college basketball play. We'll get to college basketball games. We'll get to NBA as well. Scotty said, AB, is your TV working? Yes. Dude, I was sweating that. I did not want to have to replace that. Yeah, and he's talking about, if you didn't see the morning show, we ended it with a little lightning strike on the house. Everything went out. Thankfully, it came back. That's how we're going to do today. Now, again, we'll talk about it. If you want to play Oregon, you could do it. You're going to have to pair it in something, probably college basketball or, NBA. But NBA, you have large spreads too, right? Talking about if you want to pair it with a money line, we'll talk about that. So circle that one. If you're somebody saying, man, this slate's kind of weird, I'm looking for something with, a little edge on my side. Yeah. Gonzaga and Minnesota. Total of 13. It's pretty high total here. I don't know if I can play the over, but Minnesota could hit. Southeastern, take it on South Alabama. I almost played South Alabama. I don't feel I wasn't confident enough to lock that in. There's risk there, but if you could figure that one out, that minus 180 can do serious work in a two-leg parlay for you. So can this. Hell, you don't even have to parlay it. UTSA won yesterday. What was it, 9-8? Look at that total, 17. Wins all afternoon, y'all. Afternoon, buddy. So good to see you, man. How we doing? Tizzle, they should win, but I have a hard time clicking a minus 660 in a midweek game. I feel you. I know. South Alabama, they're good. Yeah. So, all right, UTSA, Texas Tech. Lived up to the billing last night. Probably going to do it again. Total of 17. Is anybody saying, hey, look, man, I don't care what the wind is. I'll play that under. Or anybody saying, forget it. You go to 30-mile-an-hour winds, I'm playing over up to 20. Let's see how many runs we get in that one. All right, let me pull this up. Stanford. All right. Stanford minus 145 on the money line. Yeah. Got to hit, boys. Got to hit. That is your way out of this game today. Total of 13, so we like that. Books are projecting some runs here. I don't know if I'd play that over, but Stanford, you're in a spot, and we're paired that with the Nuggets on the money line against the the Rockets. Yeah. Well, I want to trust Stanford here. Might get there after some liquid courage later. Yeah, agreed. That doesn't sound bad. Yeah. Cold beer sounds real good right now. All right, San Diego, USC. I mean, what do we say, other than SC? Y'all want barbecue, original flavored seeds? I know I keep making that joke, but it's the truth. You guys just keep doing what you're doing, man. Total of 10.5. All right. So what was it? A 1.47 team ERA for SC. That means they're giving up less than 2 runs per game on average. Earned runs, at least. Yeah, Scott said, let's go, brother. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, cold beer sounds great. Yeah. I can see it right now. Tizzle, what's the drinks? The real question. Yeah. All right. So my liquor drink is a gin and tonic. Bombay Sapphire, tonic, lime, good to go. All I need, right? If it's beer, you know what? Let me pull this up. You know what I really like? Dude, if we went to the bar, you could look it up, Nashville. We go to this Irish bar, all right? Randall, some of the boys, called the Lost Patty. Dude, they have Miller High Lifes. I love some Millers, dude. Miller High Life's a great beer. Blue Moon on tap. That's usually my go-to. You know, if we go somewhere, you know, new, or maybe they don't have a bunch of beers. You know, not that I'm picky anyway, right? But Blue Moon is an easy go-to, you know? Yeah. What's y'all's? Let me know. And let me say, there's no wrong answer. Yeah. Whale, Yingling. Dude, I remember when Yingling came to Nashville, like, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago or something. It was a big deal. Yingling's great beer. Scotty Coors Light. Yeah, there we go. Cold, boy. Reach for the mountains. Tis a good call, Abby. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about, yeah. All right, so we'll get back to it. Yeah, drop your drink choices in. Fascinating to see it, Abby. AB Blue Moon and Red Stripe used to be my go-to before all the IPAs came into play. Good call. Yeah. Dude, you know what? You're like me. Not picky, you know what I mean? Find you a beer that you could get at most places. You know, that the bartender's not like, what? Let me check, you know? I feel you. Red Stripe, great too. Came in that little brown bottle. Yeah, those are good, man. All right, San Diego, USC. Yeah, USC handling their business, man. Total of 10.5. What are we complain about? Yeah. Tizzle, IPA with the highest ABV and a shot of tequila. Drinking for that effect. That sounds good right now. It sounds real good. Hey, dude, dude, Bombay Sapphire, tonic, and lime. I'm telling you. Try it. You going with the purple haze? Let's go. Rich, gonna have some margaritas and win some bet. I love margaritas. Love them. I'm with you on that. I could get down on margaritas anytime, anywhere. Especially now, spring. It's nice. Sit outside the patio. Oh yeah. I love it. Y'all want to meet up? What are y'all doing in about 20 minutes? All right. Cavs -3.5 here on the road. We'll go to college basketball too. Stop me if you see any of these. I won't spend too very much time. I know we did it in the morning show. Raptors and the Pelicans. Raptors 2.5-point favorites. Knicks and the Jazz. Knicks 14.5-point favorites here. Rockets and the Nuggets. We're on the Nuggets here. Money line. Now 7.5-point favorites. So what we were talking about, right? We need Stanford to come through. Stanford against Nevada. All right, Stanford, you're doing a lot of lifting for us here. But that price is nice, man. If we get Stanford to win this game, how do you feel about the Nuggets? At home, against the Rockets. I mean, nothing against the Rockets whatsoever. They're 40-24, right? 18-16 on the road. Nuggets 17-13 at home. Not necessarily like it's Cameron Indoor 93, right? But, yeah. Scott, good cold craft beer, IPAs, porters, stouts, box, and ales. See, I need more info on like the IPA stuff. Like I know a little bit, you know what I mean? But like that's why I say, like, when I say Blue Moon, it's me like looking like a dum-dum, you know? I'm looking like a rookie, asking like, well, what's that one taste like? They're like, just get this dude a flight. He's asking too many questions. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, the IPA stuff, man, those are strong too. Yeah. My education level needs to go way up, but I'm in. All right. Yeah, let's do a taste test for sure, man. Johnny Boy, AB, SEC tournament now. Just ordered Roteers burger. Let's go. All right. So he's at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, right there on Broadway, across from Tootsie's, Legends, all of that. Now, he just got himself a Rotiers burger. Rotiers is famous in Nashville. Money burgers. Google it. Oh, they're so good, dude. Great choice. Johnny boy, have fun, man. Good to see you, buddy. Rotiers burger. Yes. Rotiers, quick rankings. Rotiers in Nashville, the pharmacy. If anybody's ever been to the pharmacy, shout out to them too. They make their own buns. It's fire. All right. Hornets and the Kings. Hornets 12.5-point favorites on the road. Big number there. Again, are the Kings just running the clock out? Timberwolves and the Clippers. Clippers 32-32. They've done it. Our boys have fought back to 500. Hey, I'm not even joking. Like, we've talked about this show after show after show. The Clippers are fighting, man. Give them credit. They're not perfect, but they're hustling, man. 17-13 at home, and they're favored against Minnesota here. Total of 226.5. I'm not sure what to do with that total, to be honest with you, but Clippers, I mean, look, not that we're pulling against Minnesota, nothing like that whatsoever, but this Clipper team, man, I got to give them credit, dude. In a league where we're seeing a lot of teams that, falling apart, tanking, I'll say it, all that. The Clippers are out there hustling, man. I give them credit on it. All right, college basketball. So, again, we've got a bunch of games. Feel free to stop me. If you see anything you like, anything you want to talk about. And if you don't see it on the board yet, feel free to drop that in too. You know what I mean? We'll get to it. Providence at Butler. Providence 1.5-point favorites. Total of 163.5. McNeese, Stephen F. Austin. A lot of love for Stephen F. Austin this morning in the show. Total of 132.5 there. Air Force at Nevada Mountain West Championship. Nevada, a 20.5-point favorite. Now look at Air Force. 3-28 on the year. 0-20 in the conference. They did it. And dang it, that's not good. I'm pulling for the boys. Air Force, I love you. Shout out to all branches, right? Come on now. I don't want to see Air Force going through it. Nevada 20.5. That's a big number, obviously. Come on, Air Force. Let's go, baby. All right, Delaware State, Morgan State. Morgan State minus 2.5. Freddie, hey, Freddie, good to see you. He's like, yeah, Nevada. Yeah. They're going to handle their business. And Freddie, it's so good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? All right, in the MEAC here. All right, Morgan State, 2.5-point favorites, total of 142.5. Delaware State, 2-12 in the conference, 7-22. Freddie Bear said, let's go Air Force. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go, boys. All right, Missouri State, Liberty minus 5.5, total of 142.5. Northwestern Indiana, 6.5-point favorites there in the Big Ten tournament, second round of that. Total of, you see a lot of 141.5s, right? College baseball, we talk about, standard fare, 12.5. At 141.5, it's been popping up a lot. So that's what, 72-70? Think in that range there. Xavier and Marquette. Man, we've had some matchups with these two teams over the years, haven't we? First round, the Big East, Marquette, 3.5-point favorites, total of 156.5. Man, weird to see. Xavier 6-14 in the Big East, Marquette 7-13. Been a tough one for both these teams. Ole Miss and Texas. Texas, 6.5-point favorites, total of 145.5. Johnny boy, gonna be there. He's already at the arena, man. Holding it down. I love it. All right, so Bridgestone Arena, pretty big arena. You could see teams come out shooting. Could be a little difficult just because you're used to just, not that it's that larger. It's not, but anytime you have these conference tournaments, you could see slow starts. Wouldn't surprise me to see it in this one. Texas should handle their business, but I think Texas fans would be the first one to say, hey, yeah, we should. I say the same thing about Tennessee. I think Texas is very similar to what we say about Tennessee, Vandy, and Kentucky. And I think what we saw from Kentucky today against LSU is somewhat similar what we'll probably get from Texas and Ole Miss. You want Texas to have a good, good lead throughout the game. You're going to have ups and downs, all that. But just hit your free throws, man. I don't hate Texas 6.5. But again, if anybody watched that Kentucky game, and again, all I'm saying is, conference tournament games can get tighter than you think at times, right? So be careful the 6.5. But again, we're on Texas on the money line. I feel them there. Boston and Lehigh. Boston, 2.5-point favorites, total of 138.5. I don't know too terribly much about the Patriot League, but we got the championship tonight. Where are we going? All right, our Northeast folks. What are we thinking here? Scott, Rich, Winslow, what are we thinking here in this Boston and Lehigh matchup? Shout out to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, by the way. Stabler Arena. Kitty Stabler. Where are we going, Boston? Let's go. All right, BYU, West Virginia. Excuse me. For the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. Grits and Gravy, Kansas City, Missouri. Shout out to the Chappelle Show. The World Series of Dice. That could be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Chappelle Show is the best. All right. BYU minus 4.5, a total of 140.5. We're on BYU money line. We've got them. You see the picks at the bottom. We have them paired with TCU. All right. What do we think here? Good gosh, man. BYU, we've talked about them all year. They're good, but man, have they been inconsistent. That said, though, they kind of ended this thing all right, the regular season. Yeah. Shout out to Kitty Stabler, the snake, baby. No doubt, man. Goes to the post. All right. BYU. God, I don't want to fade West Virginia, man. But BYU's the better team. And we just need him to win the game. We don't have to cover the 5 points, which scares me beyond. But I like the way that BYU's kind of come to the end of the regular season. Let's handle it here, boys. Come on. All right, Tulane and Memphis. Memphis. What in the world going on over there, man? Penny Hardaway, all of it. Memphis, I love you. My parents are from Memphis. Shout out to Whitehaven. Whitehaven High School, man. Back when it was Memphis State. All right, Tulane, the underdog here. Memphis, 3.5-point favorites. If there were ever a game they could use a good one, it's this right here. Shout out to the Legacy Arena at BJCC in Birmingham, Alabama. And I promise you, as the sun rises tomorrow, I've been in that arena twice in my life. And twice I saw George Strait. And it was awesome. Shout out to the BJCC, man. That thing's been going strong for a minute. All right. Memphis, man. Come on. Be careful betting this one. I'm just telling you. If anybody's out there, anybody out there, Memphis fan or who familiar with the conference, you know what I mean? Be careful. Fade Penny. Yeah, it's just not going well, man. It's not going well. Shout out to Sports 56 Radio in Memphis. They have us on every Friday. We'll be there Friday, 3:30 Central. Bryant and Stats. Let's go. All right. California, Florida State. The Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. They've had some Jim Crockett promotion wrestling going on there in the 80s, and they got some ACC basketball going in right now. That's a long trip for Cal, isn't it? That's a lot of miles. What is that? 2,900? 3,100 miles? Berkeley to Charlotte? Now, you might as well consider college sports professional sports. They'll be all right. That said, though, Florida State could be a play here. I almost went with it. Money line, it could do serious work for you. How do we feel about it? Do we trust Florida State? And I don't mean that negatively. Cal's 21-10, man. But I think some of those wins were a little early non-conference games. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't confident enough to go through, but Florida State could do work for you here. Rich, got to go Boston. There we go. Rich, I like BYU for a revenge win. Yes, right? I'm with you, yeah. Tickets low. Yeah, some of these tournament games, man, they're all over the place, yeah. Well, FSU's played well. Agreed, right? Like, and this is a good spot for Florida State. I'm with you. Tizzle, college hoops not my best sport, but Cal will always find a way. I swear, they're Stanford baseball. Like, it's tough either way. The minute you fade them, they just have the game of the year, you know? Yeah, but I'm with you. I think Florida State's a spot, man. All right, Tarleton State, Abilene Christian. Again, shout out to our man JBL. Y'all ever been to Abilene, Texas? It's beautiful. People there are beautiful. It's nice. But we're in Las Vegas. Tarleton, a 2.5-point favorite, total of 135.5. Little in-state Texas rivalry going down on the other desert. All right, Jackson State, Florida A&M, the SWAC. All right. Florida A&M, 5.5-point favorites, total of 141.5. Quarterfinals here. What are we thinking? College Park, Georgia. Fresno State, Colorado State. Colorado State, 7.5-point favorites, total of 144.5. Tizzle. Never heard of Abilene until Ella Langley sang about it. Yeah, Abilene's beautiful, man. New Mexico State, Sam Houston. I don't have anything on Fresno State, Colorado State. I like Colorado State to win the game. I don't know about the 7.5, though. Anything Mountain West, I might look at the under. They start popping them 140s. Keep an eye on the Mountain West. You might see some big totals from the books today, and they adjust because some of these games get tight. Not necessarily saying both these teams can't score. I'm not saying that, but I mean we saw it this year. Be careful. Some of these games, man, they D up. New Mexico State, Sam Houston, 5.5-point favorites, total 153.5. New Mexico State and Sam Houston showing down in Huntsville, Alabama. I love it. I love all these locations. Huntsville, man, you can go to the NASA place. Get those. Did anybody ever go to any of the NASA places like when you were a kid on like a big field trip or anything like that? And do you remember like the frozen space food? Does anybody remember this? Oh my goodness. All right. Sam Houston 5.5. Cal Poly, UC San Diego. San Diego 5.5-point favorites. Total of 160.5. Don't know what to do here. Lee's Family Forum. I like that arena. In Henderson, Nevada. Rutgers and Minnesota. Minnesota 5.5 here. You're betting on two teams with losing records in conference play. But yeah. Minnesota money line could do work. I don't know, dude. Does anybody have a good feel on this game? I don't. Georgetown and DePaul. DePaul, 1.5-point favorite. Total 133.5. Temple, Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, 1.5-point favorites. Total 144.5. South Carolina and Oklahoma. Oklahoma, 6.5-point. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Sorry. Yeah, Oklahoma, 8.5-point favorites. Sorry, my eyes are going out on me. 8.5-point favorites. Total of 149.5. What do we think here? I don't trust either of these teams. South Carolina, 4-14 in the SEC. But I feel like South Carolina lately been a little spicy. I want to bet South Carolina plus 8.5. I want to do it. I don't have the guts to do it, but I want to. Oklahoma State at TCU. All right, so we have TCU here, money line. The 6.5-point favorites, total of 157.5. Is there any number in these college basketball tournament games where you look at it and you're auto under? You know what I mean? Like what? Say 160. You're like, dude, I don't care what game it is. I don't care which two teams. You throw me a 160, I'm going under. Dangerous for these, though. My thought, though, is this. TCU needs to choke out Oklahoma State like 3 times in this game. Like, play well, play you, be you, hit your free throws, all the standard cliche stuff. But like 3 little dry runs. You know what I mean? Like, let's stifle Oklahoma State a little bit. Get them off their game. Get some turnovers. Even if you're not pumping in, making it a 9-0 run, that's all right. Just boa constrictor them for a little bit. You know what I mean? Again, it's 6.5 points on the spread. Yeah. That 6.5, is that not the most dangerous spread in conference tournament basketball? Oh, my goodness. There's going to be a lot of 5-point wins. Who's already live betting these games? Getting ready for like the last 10 minutes? Anybody want to go to the bar and live bet these games? Johnny boy, you still at Bridgestone? All right, Wake Forest and Clemson. I kind of want to drink beer now. All right, Clemson at 6.5-point favorites, total of 139.5. Let's see. Right, we're on Clemson, the money line from the morning show. Everybody still feel good? Like, I don't want to put anything out as like, oh, man, there's a lot. But, like, I feel good with Clemson. Money line, at least. We don't have to play it on the spread, but, man, they should do it. Total 139.5. So that is what? 71.69. Yeah. What do you think about that total? I feel like that's playable. That over. 71.69. We can get there, right? What's the team total on Wake Forest? I'm sorry, I'm just peppering you all with questions. I wish I had Wake Forest's team total in front of me. That one's tough. All right, San Jose State, Boise State, total of 14.5. I don't have anything here. Again, total of 145.5. Mountain West. Be careful. Those Boise State games can get low. UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis. Look at the Big West. I love it, man. Tizzle, I love the Big West, dude. All right. Look at that logo for Santa Barbara. Is that not clean? Let me pull this up. Who wants some of the gauchos? Let's go. All right. Lee's Family Forum. I don't know who Lee is, but I like everything about him. He seems like a dude that just wants to put on good basketball, good events for everybody. It's like Augusta National. You know what I mean? He's not taxing you at the concession stand. No, man. Hot dog and a drink, $2.50. It's coming in one of those old styrofoam Coke cups. What am I talking about? All right. So, all right. Santa Barbara, 5.5 point favorite, solo 139.5. Yeah, I'm with Whale. Look, I'm gauchos all day long, baby. All day long. Shout out to our man, Jim Rome. Proud alum. Idaho, Montana. Idaho, 2.5 point favorites, total of 144.5. Big Sky championship final right there. Where are we going? Idaho or Montana? It's a hoss fight right here. All right, there we go. All right, so that's sports. Let's end every show with that. All right. Let me bring up the picks on the screen one more time. We'll bounce out of here. All right. Stanford baseball. Come on, fellas. Let me pull the banner down. It's probably annoying to read picks, the same picks 3 different ways. All right. Stanford baseball. Let's go. Take Nevada down. Come on. Pair that with the Nuggets money line plus 130. TCU basketball money line paired with BYU basketball money line plus 105. Tizzle, DTL single-handedly driving up Big West stocks. Let's go. I love it. Speaking of beer, UCSB knows how to put a few down. I bet, man. Well, give me the potatoes. Let's go. All right. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We have a lot of games. Baseball, basketball. It's a great day. If anybody's going out for a drink or two, cheers to you. All right. I'll take a picture if I do it too. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. Have a good one. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.